What do YouTube? That's about Lisa Freeman. In today's video, we're going to talk about my disorder and how it's affecting my life, my self-awareness, and what I really, what I'm thinking on a daily basis, and what I come to, what the conclusion of this, you know what I'm saying, insight that I got from experts like Sam Vectin, and my research, my observations around me in my daily life, around people in my work life. So what I'm thinking about being a cluster B, what I'm thinking about this in general, while experienced it myself, I'm cluster B, I'm covert borderline, and I'm all into schizoid core, I'm autistic as well. So I have cluster B narcissistic parents. My mom is classic BPD, and my father is covert narcissist. And what I'm thinking about, bro, do it like this or like this. What I'm thinking about it, do it like this. So what I'm thinking about it actually is the disturbance in myself is so much. It's not much affecting my life, because I'm living with it for 20 years, 22 years, and I'm so close to the disorder, and I'm around people who disordered, and I already know, I was always self-observative. I'm always planning my life, and I know what to expect. But sometimes your disorder is something that you cannot control. You cannot control your aggression. You cannot control the actual switching. You cannot control the interjects that you have around people. You cannot control these things, and these things as a little setbacks always just trying you. It's like trying you until you can't, until you gave up on something that on your inside, on your like I said, emotional awareness and control. You can control yourself, but when sometimes it's triggered by inevitable reality, inevitable what I'm saying, circumstances or events in your life that is inevitable. It's inevitable to not experience the feeling you're experiencing. And I'm just trying to find a lighting, but anyways, it really doesn't matter, because it's not no Instagram or social media where I need to think about, do I have a filter or no. It's really a video about myself, and around me there's no people around me who actually thinking about themselves as deep as I am. And I can say it with full grandiosity. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about my relationship with people. I'm thinking about what I'm saying to people, and I'm analyzing. And all this information is not really helping much with it could help with behavior, but your inner experience as feelings and as hurt, or sometimes even anger, you cannot control these feelings. You are experiencing these feelings. You are experiencing vulnerability when you're experiencing these feelings. You can just logically think that, oh no, I'm not supposed to do that, or I'm not supposed to feel this way, and go close your room, or close your door, or disappear, or do something like this. If we're talking about attachment style, you cannot always control that you want to avoid people, and that you actually don't want to talk with people when this day happens, and when you want to talk with people, you actually want to do it, but so these insights make you real robotic in a sense, in a way you are robotic. When you're working on yourself, you kind of, even this disorder, this abruptly fucking fragmented shit disorder identity, you're losing it too. You're losing even this, you're losing even this kind of fake identity. You're losing this identity, and there's nothing much left. So you feel you happen to be robotic when you control yourself. So, but I'm working on being kind of satisfied with things that I know. Like, I'm working on to normalize it in my head, in my mind, that it's okay to think without rose glasses, and think without the fucking false self, and to actually normalize being unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? But for me, unfiltered feels robotic. So and I'm thinking about, what I'm also thinking about is that my emotional age is around 70 years old. How I know it, I'm gonna show you right now, because when I'm looking at this picture, I'm really associating and connecting with this picture. This is me when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And I feel like my emotional age is the same kind of way. My emotional, bro, this lighting is just awful, bro. I'm sorry. My emotional age is around 8 years old. So 7, maybe 6, maybe even 6, maybe even, smaller than that. If you want to look up what is this, you can look it up. But technically is that your emotions stop developing after this age. So most narcissists have like 2 year old, you know what I'm saying, mind in a grown man body, but I feel like I have a 6 year old emotional awareness, you know, and this is stopping me from, this is stopping me from other people take me serious. You know, this is stopping me from being this is not stopping me from being sarcastic, you know, from being over fucking, you know what I'm saying, just infantile, over over childish about things, serious things in my life, you know, and over childish. And it's all comes in defense about the stress most of the times, and when I happen to work with other people that I don't know, and I do have full self that is not 6 years old, but technically all of my identity is 6 years old with the experience of a grown man. So you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of way more complicated than you could think of, you know. Other What I'm thinking is every human experience is individual, you know. So sometimes, you know, I'm more comfortable being me than not, but being me, I always associate being me is being gonna estranged from other people and being in my own world. So, you know, my own world, what I mean by my own world is something that is not even understood by my parents, not even understood by my blue brother, not understood by my friends. It's something that I have in me that is gonna balance my reality. I mean, not it's a fantasy, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of just balancing me from being in psychosis because of I cannot function in reality, because I cannot function in reality for many reasons, you know. And the autism is working on me always withdrawing on people and just quitting, and I don't want to do it anymore. The BPD just crushing my relationship because I'm random and because I'm not stable in relationships, and I'm loyal, but I'm on my terms, and it's all just like kind of dissociate me and in my own fucking mind. So my own world, my own fantasy combined to disorder. Disorder and my autistic brain combined, and the environment that I grew up in, all of this thing kind of created my own world, you know. And I already know that in reality, I can understand what is reality, but for some reason that said about, I said these reasons earlier, I don't want to accept this fucking crushing reality for me, you know. It's crushing for me, but I'm still working on ways that kind of more make me more kind of accepted. And so I'm just trying to be a member, you know. I'm just trying to be a member. I'm not feeling like I'm into the world fully. I'm just trying to be a member, you know. And yeah, so I was thinking about why my parents the way I'm like this, and why me, like not why I wasn't able to see it earlier. And all of this crap was leading me to a black place, very black fucking hell place, where I was giving up on reality for a long period of time. You know, after school, I was giving up on reality at all. Like I was fully just fucking. I was done. I was done, and I don't know what's actually like. What's this magic that happened to me that I was always self-aware, like I said, but I've never never gotten the insight about my personality disorder. So many things opened to me about my mindset that was wrong and that leading me to not a good place. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I was thinking, why wouldn't I notice what what my parents doing, or why wouldn't I notice what other people, why these people want me down? And you know, and this I can say it as well. I can say it with full grandiosity about other people, because other people, other members and kinfolk and people in my circle, in my family, in my circle, like the close friends, and all of these people was disordered. All of these people was, for some extent, crazy making and just wishing me not the best, because they wishing not the best for them, wishing very uh, crazy narrative. And I was happened to be in this circle, lead in the circle, and I wasn't a leader in the circle. The circle was leading me into place that is really not familiar. You know, it's the place where I was doing weird stuff, like just I was like, maybe I was just mortified for some for I'm gonna say like 4 years I was mortified. And I know it's myself that kind of understand what it's my choice, you know. My choice, it's my choice that I pick this you know what I'm saying, narcissistic way of living, you know. Well, when I wasn't self-aware, I was kind of so much resemble a narcissist and so much resemble a little, you know, antisocial, that my life started to be this way, you know. I was estranged not even like in my world, from everything. You know, I was estranged, doing weird stuff, and I was fucked up. You know, I was fucked up and trying to move, thinking and fantasizing about moving out from my own fucking city and country, doing things that I don't like, and I forgot about myself. And I was like, it was myself, but it was my bad object that is just took over myself. And you know, and right now I'm understanding that I was mortified, and right now is the moment where I came back to my previous self before all that, you know. And I feel like it's not my fault, but this whole situation around me, including the situation in my country and in the world, made me switch to a crazy identity that I can't remember how I was feeling. And right now I'm feeling more stable and absolutely different. Don't want to be inside circles like uh, that I happen to be. I don't know how it's possible because I was so long in this shit, you know. And right now it's like the final switching, you know. This little switching always happens in a day, but this like a final switching. It's finally switched to me, you know. It's finally switched to something that I can somehow control, you know. That's how I'm gonna describe what I'm feeling right now. So all this insight, all this self-awareness actually helped me to make a final switch, you know. But it's not stopping, you know. It's always what if I could describe it, it's just like your age went from 2-year old and 1-year old to like 6 years old. And if it's a prolonged period without stress, you could be like 9 years old, you know what I'm saying? So right now that's what I'm feeling, and it's really about how I'm defining how I can just tell you what I'm feeling, you know, tell you what I'm as a cluster B and autistic, what I'm feeling being living in this, you know. And it's a hell, you know. It's a hell where it's unpredictable if you're not thinking about it, you know. If you just let your subconscious take over and just live like a normal human being, you would end up there, you know. You will end up there, not because of people around me. It's because you cannot fully control your fantasy. You cannot fully control your goals, and your ambitions is always changing, and is always changing. It's formed differently, you know. It's formed not right, not good, you know. That's what I'm thinking about.